It's Sunday. What would you do for your art? I try to think about what I should be doing right now. Sunday, I usually put together a poll. Like last week, I had a poll on Twitter asking who should I ask for help? Which prominent celebrity or prominent black person in the community, should I ask? Somebody who has money that would be able to help me create my art this year, you know. I feel stuck. I'm in this creative space where it's like my brain is just working overtime, and I feel like, it's like you want to get things done. You have all these things in your head, and it's like you should be able to complete them. You should be able to do them, and but why am I so picky? Why do I want to do them in a particular way? Why does it have to be done in a specific way, a particular way? It's like I was just thinking about the artist I met, um Winfred Rembrandt. He works in when I went to this Black History Month thing in Hartford. He works in with cowhide leather. I wonder if that's expensive material to use. If it's an expensive material, and I wonder, how he got started. Well, I know how he got started, but was that an expensive material to obtain? I mean, if he started doing leather in jail, I should have asked that question when I had the chance. I just wonder about these materials and what materials I want to use and what I'm sharing, you know, what my life is about, what I'm thinking about, what is influencing me. As I share every day and I'm creating work while I create things and I post, I just want these to be like a diary or a journal of how and why I created a piece, what influenced me that day or that week or that month or that year that influenced the work that I created. You know, right now I'm in the middle of a really hard time struggling to push a Patreon, and I'm trying to think about how do I get patrons. I mean, really, I can't really create the work that I want to create with just $25 or so per month. I need I need to at least get to 300 where I can actually purchase some canvas and paint per month. So I really need that help. I really need somebody to believe in what I'm trying to do, but it's difficult where there's so many other people out there asking for the same kind of things. Just like this artist right here. So I'm just thinking and I'm thinking about how things are. What am I supposed to do? So as I said before, it's like I post on my channel Life, Art, and Sickle Cell. I have other channels that have many more followers or viewers, subscribers. But what matters is the record, putting a record down of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Because I may never speak about why or what I was feeling at the time or why I'm doing it. Mr. Nobody is a statement of identity, lost identity, a statement of being invisible, a statement of just expressing, turning trash, turning something you throw away into something, you know. So I find it, I find it difficult sometimes to express what I'm feeling, even if I talk and as I try. But it's not emotionally. It's just how my body is feeling right now. How I feel in this space. You know, it is difficult. I think seeing the documentary for Mr. Winfred Rambert really hit home what it takes to make it in the art world and how hard it is and how simple it is at the same time. Like it takes one person or one wealthy person who is connected, one gallery owner who is connected, one person to say like the director of the Yale Museum, just saying, hey, let's decided we're going to have a show. So if Yale says you are somebody, then nobody can say otherwise. That part of the that part of the film really kind of like the documentary really kind of hit home how difficult it is to make it in the art world, because it really takes one person to say your art is you know worth it. How many other artists who are out there who don't get recognized or who don't get the opportunities to show at Yale or show at some places, even those places I've shown at, and there are artists who have never gotten the opportunity to show where I've shown at. So I really shouldn't, you know, feel down in the self doubt I've been feeling about what I'm trying to accomplish. But I get online and I document part of my day, part of my life, just like anybody else would do. So out of billions of people who are online on social media trying to do certain same thing, selfies and sharing, and you're just in the middle of that. How do you get above the noise and share something that's in your heart? How do you get above that? How do you make it before it is too late, before you no longer have the ability to create what you want to create? How do you get there? And when you are finally there, what kind of doubts will come out? You know. So yeah, on Facebook there seems to be like so many art pages. It's art galleries, art people, art pages, art lovers. What do I write as a comment? You just say, hey, hashtag art for cure, and say I just put that, and at least it's not getting deleted. At least somebody's not gonna do anything. All somebody has to do is click art for cure. And what I have been doing with the hashtag, it's not my hashtag. It doesn't belong to me. Anybody can use it. It's just that I've taken it and made it as mine because I'm using my art with a goal in mind. I want to cure not just my sickle cell, but my my fears, my inability, you know, to change the world around me by what I share. I want to cure certain ignorance, certain things, politics. There are certain things I get angry about. You may not feel angry about the same things I do because it may not affect you in the same way it affects me. So it's still part of my art, part of the expressing of something, you know. So when I just put a hashtag on there, all of these stuff come up, and it's all me until you get here. Somebody else used art for cure for what they had to say, you know. But that's 2011, you know. That's many years ago, you know. That's about 5 years ago. That was there. So if it goes back all that time, so in 5 years, when I click this art for cure, where will I be in 5 years? So you can see how social media works. You can see how, you know, whatever you post online never goes away. Whatever you link to never goes away. You can delete things and you think you delete them, but they never go away. So it is part of the expression. This is another way of expressing yourself, and this is the new art. This is the new way of communicating and expressing. If you lived in a time where neo impressionist and impressionism, cubism, and all these movements of art are happening, you know, now we have art mixed with, you know, what we see out in this world. How many cats memes do you see, you know, in this world out there? So I'm just thinking about which pages I should I should post at. This is an artist or somebody, I don't know. But I just think about a lot of things when I'm posting, and I think about these things. This is what I want. I want a check mark. I want to find out how I can get myself a check mark. And it seems so hard. It seems really, really difficult. How do you get a verified check mark? I wonder if this artist would actually reply to my inquiry. Because I've been trying for years to get that check mark on my page, and I can't get it. You know. So Harrietta Harris art. That's her art. You know, it's not that I've ever heard of Harrietta, but I'm not saying that she's not an authentic artist. She got 17, nearly 18,000 people liking the page. It is not that I don't know how to get at least 500,000 people liking my page. It's just I know how it's done. But honestly, I have no idea how artists, who are not musicians, get a check mark because it's very difficult. It seems I've been trying for years. So I'm looking at this artwork, and I'm seeing what she does, and this is pretty cool stuff. But you know, that's her style. That's her thing. Something is a little bit off with the finger right there, yeah, but yeah, it's uncanny, but yeah. So how do you get that little check mark next to your name that somebody's like, all right? It's like verified page. Facebook confirmed this page, authentic page for this public figure, media company, or brand. So yeah, I've been trying to get one for my little page for years, as you can see by my other video. Not everybody has them, but just saying, I want one. So I went to this page here. I think this is a pretty cool page. Well, it's about race and everything. What I saw that was interesting was in this videos here. There's a video where Spike Lee talks about how he put a list together of wealthy black people that he would call to ask how to ask when his film X Malcolm X biopic got into some funding issues, because they really didn't want to fund that movie. So he had to go ask a whole lot of rich black folks, and they saved the film. They helped save the film. It's like, who can I call in the black community that would believe in my art and that would help me create. Just wondering. You can see art is everywhere. When you look at art in the back, how art is used, you know, every time I see art, usually I see black art or something. It's a print, you know. It's never really the thing you want. There's a lot of things, you know. You have a you have a social website where how do you make an impact in your society, in your own community? How do you get? I don't have any of those phone numbers. I can't just call. I'm not Spike Lee, so I just can't call anybody and say help help me out. You know, like I try to get a journalist to have a story about me, but that's about it. I'm not going to be on Black Enterprise or Essence or Jet Magazine until I after I make it. You know, that's the thing. It's a catch 22 about making it. It's like you can have the talent, but you have to be out there trying to push your work, and everybody's pushing something. So I have these dreams and I have these things that I want to do. One of those biggest things I want to create a work that there's one piece that I do have. I can't talk about it until I actually finish it, which is pretty funny. I can't actually talk about it until that painting is done. Hmm, right. So as I figured, this is a lazy Sunday.